What up, anime fans? I'm back with another video reviewing the Zampakuto Rebellion arc of Bleach. Not being too good today. Being a little under the weather. So yeah, I finally done this filler arc, which I kind of enjoyed. It really gives us a new perspective from the Zampakutos. It really gives us a new perspective. I think Kubo might have. I don't know if Kubo actually appreciated this arc or not. Who knows? But the anime is overblown with a lot of filler. It's overblown with filler. Count most of the filler arcs more specifically. Most of this series is taken up by the Rancor arc, which is 5 parts, with the final part coming out reviewing next week. Guys, I probably don't have enough time to review it this week. Anyway, as I said, this is a good arc. I don't know if it's worth watching, I just think it's good myself. It does slightly divulge a bit in the middle. You know. But yeah. Still, it was entertaining. So yeah. Anyway. So the arc opens up in the Soul Society. Main scenery going on. Renji and Byakuya are sparring with each other. While Toshio hits Captain Hisugaya is scolding Rangiku. They all know someone's up with their Zanpakutos. I mean, Byakuya felt it, so did Captain Hisugaya and Rangiku. The Zanpakutos seem to be acting weird. Meanwhile, anyway, someone infiltrates Captain Yamamoto's room. We don't see the entire thing. We only see Lieutenant the head captain's reaction. Because there's nothing for his eyes. Alright, all Soul Reapers, most of the captains and some of the lieutenants have been summoned. While Ikako and Yumishika explain that Kenpachi and Chizuru, Kenpachi and Chizuru are out on a mission. They do not know where they are. So, I think this is a reason to get them out of the story at the time. Maybe for a no, that's a problem. Nah. I don't know. I think they needed a reason why he can't be around or something. I don't know. Anyway, they're attacked by a mysterious man who calls himself Muramasa. One of the most notable things is that sometimes just blood comes from his eyes. One of the captains, the box one, I can't remember his name, sorry. I think he's also a wolf, I don't know. He uses his Bankai, which I think is his first appearance. I think, no, wait, he uses Bankai in the Rancor arc. That's the first time he ever used it. Cannot wait for the conclusion, by the way. So yeah, the Rancor arc. That's going to be out next week. I'm going to review that. Anyway. But his Bankai betrays him. Hits him instead, knocking him out. And reveals that it's rebelling against him. Muramasa himself is a Zanpakuto. He says his goal is to free all the Zanpakutos from the Soul Reapers. Obviously, all the released Zanpakuto, most of the characters there. We don't see what happens because we then cut to the world of the living, back to Karakura Town, where Ichigo senses a very strong spiritual pressure. And he's he finds Rukia collapse. Then Rukia appears injured. She's been attacked. Ichigo confronts the person attacking her. A woman in white. He uses the same type of techniques as Rukia, but that's impossible. You cannot copy the abilities of a Soul Reaper. You cannot copy Soul Reaper abilities because of the Zampakuto. Alright. He's injured. Ichigo managed to chase her off. So he takes Rukia back to Urahara's place. Now, if you watch the dub, you notice something about Urahara's voice. It sounds slightly different. Why the voice sounds slightly different? I heard his original voice actor in the dub passed away. So, midway through the series, he got a different voice actor. He really doesn't really do much about the arc, though. Oh, neither do the other characters. Like, seriously, Ohime, Chad, Uryu, they don't do much. Hell, they don't even speak. Only Uryu has a few lines. But we don't see him again until much later in the arc. I thought they weren't going to do anything in the arc, even though they appear in the next opening. Well, they still didn't do much anyway. So, I'm not disappointed in Ohime, though. I thought she was going to use her powers to fight. Like Ichigo. And the others, yeah? Well, she was going to Ghost Run, because she really did want to Ghost Run after the Soul Society arc. She wanted so badly to participate. Not to be feeling like a weakling and stuff. You know? Like a burden. She wants to help. But they never got to do anything with it. I feel sad. Anyway, after Wookiee wakes up, she explains what's going on. The woman that attacked her was none other than her Zampakuto, Sudeno Shirayuki. She's gorgeous. It's pretty interesting. She explains all the detail of what happens. Alright, so the Seirete is in complete chaos, as they all had to survive this battle. Rukia managed to run into Renji, but they confronted by a very familiar Zanpakuto's power. It's not in Zenbo Sakura, the Zanpakuto of Byakuya Kuchiki. So, yeah. Anyway, Byakuya bends off again, battles against Zenbo Sakura. Rukia eventually gets separated though. Rukia managed to escape to the world of living. No one knows what happened to Byakuya after Zenbo Sakura attacked him. He's been missing for quite a while. He's been missing for most of the arc. So, yeah. So now the Seirete is in chaos. You need to think of a plan now. Well, so yeah. Ichigo says that Zangetsu has been acting the same, but he's mentioned something that, well, yeah. He asked Ichigo if something similar, if he's felt anything weird with his son, Octo. Ichigo tells him no. Zangetsu's been normal. And Urahara's Zanbakuto, Benihime, seems alright too. No affected. Soon this is happening in the Soul Society then. No effect on the world of the living. So when we were playing, Yoichi also shows up, but she doesn't do much either. I feel she's mostly pointless now. The character's a little bit pointless now. She doesn't really do much. After her introduction, more simply, of reintroduction in the Soul Society arc. You know, when we found out she was a hero woman, not a male cat. She's very weird. It's kind of weird going back and seeing Yoichi as a male cat. It's kind of weird. The cookie character we know. Now, as you know, one of my favorite arcs of Bleach is the past arc, which is canon to the manga, I think. And it shows the Gotai 13's lives back in the day. Good in the form of the current Bizards, who were once captains and lieutenants of the Gotai 13. It's very interesting. Anyway, Rukia seems to go on because she was worried about her brother. So Ichiro decides to go after her. So yeah, Yoichi goes too. Once they arrive, they split up now. You know, when Rukia arrives, she ends up confronting Sedeno Shirayuki and Malata. Iko also shows up to help, but Rukia was malicious herself. It's an epic battle. It's a great fight with Rukia nearly sacrificing herself. With Sedeno Shirayuki coming to her senses and really care about Rukia or something. But then Muramasa shows up. Ichiro has no choice but Ichiro confronts him and they end up fighting. A lot more battles are happening in the Serite. You know, some more fights. The head captain is, by the way, the head captain is missing. I should have mentioned that earlier. This lieutenant's been shot down and is injured. Like, I thought there was going to be entire battles against the Zampakuto for the entirety of the arc. But I was kind of wrong. I'll get to that. Anyway, Monty has his own fighting to do. He ends up being confronted by his own Zampakuto, Zabimaru. Should I say, well, more specifically, I think Zabimaru is my favourite of the Zampakutos. Of the physical form. Because well, it's not it's not one entity, it's two. A woman, a hairy woman, and a young snake boy. I just like the dynamic, they're hilarious. And the moments about this arc are great. Like, I love the last 10 episodes. See, this arc goes from episodes 30 to 65. And well, I really enjoyed the last part. What did they make us... Well, I'll get to that later, actually. So a lot of fighting going on in the cemetery. Meanwhile, one of the lieutenants, whose name I forgot sadly, ends up running his own boxel. The one who says he doesn't like it because it looks like it was made for reaping souls, reaping lives. It's got a funny for the name, Soul Reaper. Sure, they're not that in the Japanese version, but the Soul Reaper names are quite well known here, and they get a big part of the series. Soul Reaper is what we know them as in the Western world. Because although they're not gods, they don't really have much powers. They have used Kido And that comes with energy. That comes with the energy. And the Zampakutos are more uniquely magical in a way. I'm curious to know the history of the Zampakutos, actually. Bonnie might give us a history of the lessons of the Zampakutos. Well, oh well. This talk really makes you feel for the Zampakutos. Making us remember, make sure to make. It's making sure to get through people's minds not to forget what the Zampakutos are. You'll be forgiven that you beginning to think that they just to forget that they're not just swords. They're alive, they're living beings. It's incredible. You forget that. Like you forget that. You can easily forget that we're all about him. This arc says to remind you when Zampakutos taking on physical forms in this arc. It really hones in the question of reminding you about what their intentions are. Anyway, in the end, Renji won against Zabimaru. Just who? But since they're separate beings, they're technically two people, both called Zabimaru. God, that's confusing. Like Zabimaru did make an appearance once before in the series, possibly just as a monkey with a snake tail. I didn't even expect the monkey to be a woman. Like I didn't expect it to be female. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed it would be female? I remember having a male voice. What's that? Hang on. I had a pause then. So yeah. Anyway, they know as monkey and snake. So whenever I refer to Zabimo, I just refer them by their names, or what they call it, the animal names they call themselves. They call themselves monkey and snake. But the other people will be just known as Zabimaru. So they're both Zabimaru, but their separate names are monkey and snake. I like that. Helps with distinction. It's kind of weird though. I thought it looked different. Oh well. Anyway, Muramasa actually managed to each go to fight Zangetsu. In the end, it was interesting the whole Ichigo, where Ichigo took on that entire hollow form again, like in the Rancor arc. When training with the Bizets. Yeah. That fascinates Maramusa and tries to get that power. It's a whole thing about Ichigo and Hologo. It's a confusing name, but I'm just temporarily going like that. If you think of a good name for Holo Ichigo, please let me know. They fight. And Ichigo regains control, defeats Zangetsu. Muramasa makes his leave for now. And they manage to recover. But the whole thing's going on. And we find out that they're all under mind. Muramasa wasn't technically telling them to do what they were. It was basically controlling their minds in a way. Basically using their manipulating the darkness inside them. Their dark parts of them to get them to do whatever he wants. So, much discussing about what's going on. Sabimo doesn't remember Sabimo doesn't remember anything when they were being controlled. Anyway, you can wait around. They find where the head captain is. But there's still some other parts as well. Anyway, in the woods, looking for Byakuya, being sensitive to spiritual pressure, he's at run into two more Zanpakutos, which belong to Momo and Rangiku. Rangiku Zanpakuto's physical form is unique. He's a girl in a cat suit. more simply more of a cat cropped up with baggy cat shorts, puffer pants. I don't know. She's very unique. They're definitely alike. So, but that she argues with Momo Zampakuto all the time. When Momo around Gigu don't argue. This is actually get more interaction with Momo. Because like I said, she was absent. Because after the Soul Society arc, she was unconscious. Yeah, because there was a filler arc. It seemed like she was unconscious for quite a while. But right, Nick, you can skip the Sunfield arcs, but you cannot skip the Bound arcs. Why? No, they're important to choose the three mod souls that are recurring characters. They get more lines in this arc. But that's it. I complain about this before, but what's no point in them? They just get reduced. They may be filler characters, but like, so what? They just they can't do anything. At least give them more screen time. Especially doing one-off filler episodes, like doing the big arcs. Anyway, after that time in an episode anyway, when they get freed by someone, Ichigo ends up battling on Sakura, and Ryoko shows up and he'll be a traitor. He believes what Muramasa's doing is correct for his Zampakutos. When they escape. I cannot down to get this quickly, it's already 21 minutes past. Anyway, Ichigo. So yeah. Ranji's angry. Not sure what's going on. But imagine if locate Captain Yamamoto is being held prisoner. So Ichigo, Yoriichi, Captain Hikatake, and Shunsui all head off to where head captain is. Along with Kenpachi. Oh yeah, during the whole battle, there was another battle going on at the Sewite with more fights. Is Siphon winning her fight with Kenpachi and Chizuru coming back, with Kenpachi having a different voice. You can literally tell. It's not bad. I just wondering what happened to the voice actor. Oh well. That's other fights in the way. They're lucky to get up there alive. Ikaku managed to win against his Zanpakuto, Azukimaru. So did Yumichika. They managed to win their fights. I really like their Shonen Jump fights. So anyway, back to the cave. Oh, BS goes over. The four head to the cave and split up. But they ended up fighting more Zanpakutos. So Ichigo goes on ahead to face Muramasa. Muramasa managed to trick Ichigo into using his four hollow powers. Yoriichi, Shunsui, and Captain Hitatake realize this quickly, but it's too late. He deflects Ichigo's attack onto the barrier holding Captain Yamamoto. But it's revealed that wasn't done by him. It was done by the head captain himself to keep Muramasa up from going into his mind. Once he takes the Zanpakuto, it's gonna be hell. The head captain knows something. So Muramasa managed to get the Zanpakuto and prison him in fire. Prison him in his fire. The head captain reveals that since earlier, Muramasa claimed he killed his Oiba. That's not true. He lied. He was after his son Oiba, who was imprisoned, whose name is Koga. Basically, he was imprisoned. They must stop him, otherwise all hell will break loose. He's imprisoned in the world of the living. So that's where Muramasa heads and runs into Orihime. with Chad and Uriel showing up as well, with help of Captain Hisugaya and Hyoimaru. That's his own good fight. Learn about Captain Hisugaya's past, how he became a Soul Reaper. Basically, it was Rongiku who made him a Soul Reaper because of how strong his powers were. But if he didn't become one, he would have killed his own grandmother. It was really interesting. So that must take place after Momo's flashback, when she's already a member of the 13th Court Guard Squad. Interesting, huh? I think that's pretty interesting. I won't go down too deep in that, but it was a good one. I love these fights in this arc. It was great world building. Yep, building on some more characters. So yeah. Anyway, with their help, Ichigo managed to get free to the world to live in with Rukia, who's already there, but they're too late. Muramasa has freed Koga, whose actually full name is Koga Kuchiki, a member of the Kuchiki clan. That's pretty interesting. Remember Byakuyo's grandfather from the past arc? Well, this flashback takes place before that. Because this is a few years before Byakuyo was probably even born. It would be nice to see cameos from all the other from the visors when they were captains and lieutenants. Get more interactions. But hey, I still love that arc. I don't know why they replaced Hiyori's actor. She's now being played by Laura Bailey, who's a good actress. She's one of being told Honda in Boots Basket, which I'll give a watch someday. Both the original and the remake. Anyway, each Koga betrays Mamasa. But yeah, detail how he was prisoned. Basically, Mamasa's ability is to enter the minds of people and use their Zanpakutos against them as a dangerous power. People feared it. Koga got too out of his power. One day, corrupt Soul Reapers who are very high position framed Koga for a crime he didn't commit. He was only defending himself against Soul Reapers that tried to kill him. He was imprisoned. Well, Byakuyo's grandpa did care about him, since he's the wife of his daughter. I mean, he's the husband of his daughter. But since he's Byakuyo's grandpa, most likely it was a long time before Byakuyo was born. That's my guess. It was long before he was born. So that means Byakuyo's mother managed to marry someone else. So that makes him his half-father. That kind of makes him his surrogate half-father? I don't know, really. Anyway, Koga. So Koga listened to Moon Master's advice and they broke out. Killing all kinds of things with crazy power. He tried to use Moon Master's power against Head Captain Yamamoto and Byakuyo's grandpa. But, as you know, so it's about the Zampakuto and Sobio must have a bond to use the power. So we must be able to hear the voice of the Zampakuto, be able to use the power. But because Koga went insane, and so allowed the transfer president. So yeah, Koga discards Muramasa. Byakuyo ends up facing him, and Muramasa reveals some type of power inside him. He put these old holes inside of him. Byakuyo wanted to kill Koga, but they end up facing Muramasa, but Ichigo got swallowed by some type of power, he says. With all the captains and the Zanpakutos arriving. They say Byakuyo joined the Zanpakuto and Muramasa to get close to Koga and kill him, putting on the Kuchiki clan. So, the Golden working together, they managed to defeat Muramasa, managed to stop like Muramasa. Ichigo does an inner battle with him. Muramasa finally understands. He's pretty sympathetic in a way. He's not a bad guy. He just did what he wanted to, what was right, help the person he cared about the most. Done with. So it's pretty sympathetic. It was Koga the bad guy. If only he met a Sobi, but that was a good person. It's just such a shame. So yeah, Muramasa dies. Truly heartbreaking moment. After that, we get some epilogue episodes before the final conclusion of the arc in episode 265. I like these epilogue episodes. It gets us spend more time with the Zanpakuto, some fun moments with them. You know, fun interactions and stuff, which I like. Only them into the finale of the arc, where the Zanpakutos and the Soap was placed together. Basically, the whole point is at the start of the arc, the Zanpakuto still manifest in all of those forms because there's still work to be done with Mumasa. Not taking down Zanpakutos that lost their masters a long time ago. They're being titled as Sword Beasts by Captain Kurotsuchi. So yeah. Anyway, after taking down the last Sword Beast in the arc, it's a bittersweet goodbye to all the Zanpakuto we come to grow on the arc. It was a nice moment, and I was sad. So that's what the arc is. There's some funny gags, because before the epilogue, the preview show Ichigo has to, he has to rush back to Waco Mundo to conclude the Rancor arc. But because the epilogue started, Ichigo no one told Ichigo. It was a fun gag. I like that. I really like this arc, by the way. The epilogue being my favourite part of it after the battle. Really gets us to spend more time with the Zanpakutos before the finale to make it more sentimental. So, I give it 8 out of 10. I give it a 7 out of 10, I think. It diverged a bit though throughout the arc because, wow, it's expected an all out battle against the Zampakutos. And the intro shows us an epic final battle with Muramasa. Just didn't turn out that way. But Koga's interesting, but he never gets mentioned again because he's a filler character. So yeah, it divulges a bit in the midway through the arc. I feel a bit sad because it had an interesting premise. It started out great, but divulged a bit midway through. I did like the Zanpakutos, my favourite being Monk, but my favourite being Zabimaru. I just like their dynamic. Alrighty, this video's gone on long enough with how long this arc is. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy my content, please hit the thumbs up button. Want to see more, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, be up to date on reviews that comes out in the future. See you guys later for Chainsaw Man, Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush, and subscribe to my main channel, Kamen Rider Real, to watch Kamen Rider Geats. So, thank you guys, I'll see you all next time. Keep Phoenix out.